Van Garcia of the Americas drawn in 2, Damien Marsh of Oceania in 3, Robert Kanicki of Germany in 4, Huang Damwei of Asia in 5, Guillermo. First time, Regis is going well on the inside, so is Moen, and so is Fredericks on the outside. Damien Marsh running well, but Regis on the inside, very tight, he's coming off quickly, and inside Moen is Clark, the American, and it's very tight, and Regis on the inside is running brilliantly at the moment, and Regis storming through, and Regis is going to take this one by a big margin, and Frankie Fredericks closing down, Fredericks second, Moen third, and Regis took them apart, 20.46, and into a headwind of 1.4 meters per second. John Regis, #1 by a big, big margin. Well, Fredericks couldn't see him until it was too late. He closed him down at the end, and the Commonwealth champion beaten by John Regis for the 3rd time this season. There's confirmation of the time, 20.46. A brilliant run from the Briton who had the tightest of lanes, and this was one of the finest bends he's run. And by the time he got into the straight, it was all over. An enormous advantage. Just watching it on the big scoreboard, and we can watch it again with him. Tremendous power. He gone past Garcia, the Americas, quickly. Moen putting pressure on Fredericks in the outside lane. The European champion, and remember, John Regis denied the opportunity to defend his European 200-meter title. Into the straight here with a big, big margin. He was so determined. And look at the margin of advantage. Fredericks grimacing, trying to close him down, but it's too late. And Regis takes it by 1.5 meters. Fredericks in second, Moen in third, and the world's #1 and 2. Now, which way round is it now?
And Steve Smith in a little bit of trouble. He needs this clearance to stay in the competition. It's been an erratic but a very dramatic performance by the British #1. Sotomayor is clear, and so is Tim Forsyth, the Commonwealth champion. Oh, he's got it! And that was off a short run-up too. My goodness gracious me. That's his 10th jump of the competition so far. The long run-up, the normal in the world, occupying the top 3 places, so form confirmed. Ilka Vailuda coming through with the very last throw of the competition to win with 65 meters 30. Zvereva representing Europe in 2nd place, and Daniela Kostian of Oceania and Australia, 63 meters 38. The
5. Youssef of Africa in 6. Zhang Cha Yun, Asia, 7. Smith, Great Britain, 8. Oh, and the Chinese was very, very slowly away then. Youssef cuts right back on her. Going well on the outside is Phyllis Smith, who's brilliant at pacing a race, but she's got a terrible draw. And down the back straight, it's the tall Nigerian running for the African nations, Youssef. Jill Miles possibly in 2nd place at the moment, and the rest a long way out of it. Through halfway, and Miles now beginning to explode. Youssef still going well for the Africans next to the outside. Phyllis Smith has got to put in a lot of running in the late stages. Off the bend is Miles and Youssef together. United States versus Africa, and Youssef now looking the stronger, and Phyllis Smith coming through, and Privalova on the inside suddenly kicks off the last bend, having not shown anything before. Privalova there, and Youssef second. In 3rd place, Miles, and 4th was Smith. Well, Privalova ran that like a veteran. Coasted the first 200, started to wind up over the 3rd 100, and exploded off the bend to take them all very easily indeed. The time, 50.62, conditions gusty.
Well clear at the moment. Oh no, he's nowhere near it that time. So Smith will finish in 3rd place. Forsyth certainly in 2nd, but it remains to be seen what the world champion, the Olympic champion and the world record holder Sotomayor can do for the Americas. It was some time ago. Things have moved on a little bit since then. And Sotomayor, the world record holder, now attempts 2 meters 46, which represents a 1 centimeter improvement over his own world record. Converted somewhere in the region of 8 feet and 1 inch. Oh, Well, he can be forgiven for that one. It's new territory for him. Well, a big cheer from the crowd, and I tell you what, she really does need some additional distance now. She's not in the sort of form that took her to Commonwealth silver medal, where she jumped over 6 meters 70. She's lying in 6th place at the moment, and it's Inessa Kravets that holds the lead with a jump of 7 meters. That was a fantastic effort earlier on this afternoon. Ludou, now coached by Ted King, the man who took Fred Sal from relative obscurity to that magnificent jump the other day of 8 meters 10. Now coaching Yinka, and that 6:47, and she'll finish down in 6th place.
In 2, Aladefa of Africa in 3, Jarrett of Great Britain in 4, Valle of the Americas in 5, Van der Kuyp of Oceania in 6, Schwarthoff of Germany in 7, and Lee Tong of Asia in lane 8. Well, this time, and Jarrett got a brilliant start. He really did. So the American Johnson and Schwarthoff being left behind, and Jarrett leading at the moment, and Johnson in 2nd place, and Valle in 3rd at the moment, and Jarrett holding on to Johnson at the moment, and the American coming through quickly. Jarrett gets it, Johnson 2nd, and Valle in 3rd, and 13.23 for Tony Jarrett. What a stand-in for Colin Jackson into a headwind of 1.6 meters per second. Brilliant.
And Stuart, that was probably more important than Tony Jarrett knew, because before that event started, Africa way out in front of the men's match, but Great Britain tying with the Americas, both on 80 points. So Great Britain now go clear into 2nd place.
Well, he deserved that. A good run from Alan Johnson, the American, from lane 1. He challenged him hard all the way to the line, and Emilio Valle of the Americas got the 3rd place, and Jarrett was brilliant. He ran a superb 2nd leg in the relay yesterday, and look at the start he got here. Attacked the first hurdle, established the rhythm of the race. Johnson on the inside going well. The tall German out of it now. His season finished. Valle under pressure from Jarrett at this stage, but Jarrett's got the rhythm now. This is beautiful high hurdling. He's having to chop back coming into the next hurdle, and Johnson hit that one badly. But Jarrett gets it, and that's what matters. Jarrett for Britain, Johnson.
Well, judging by the expression on Steve's face, not totally satisfied, but it's a solid start. Very close to that 80-meter line. Now, this is a competition where the last time Steve appeared in Barcelona, some 5 years ago, he won there with his 1st round throw, actually. A new Commonwealth record of over 85 meters, so to 2nd place, 81.
The Commonwealth Games, gold medalist at 10,000 meters. 2nd in the European Championship at 3,000 meters, this distance, to Sonia O'Sullivan of Ireland. But now, the World Cup winner for Great Britain. Just taking it quite easily coming in, not worried about the time. Maximum points, 8 for Great Britain. It's going to be 7 for the Americas, thanks to Robin Mayer of Canada. The race is on for 3rd place, and believe it or not, the World Junior Champion has come from 6th into 2nd place to confirm her running with the Australia into 3rd place, rather. Comes through from 6th to 3rd. That's Szabo running for Europe. Next throw, I should have said.
It certainly is round 3, and the crowd really getting behind Steve Backley now. That one's really gone. My goodness, it's well over 80 meters this time. We've seen a number of throwers just peppering the 80-meter line, but that's certainly the longest today. It's still Raymond Hecht who's lying in 1st place, but I think Steve Backley could have pipped him. Well, he certainly has had a good season. Anybody who can finish their season saying, I've retained a European and a Commonwealth title, deserves a lot of praise indeed. And now he goes into the lead in the World Cup, 85 meters 02. That's just short of the distance with which he retained his European title. In fact, just short of the distance, which is his best throw this year.
For you, Great Britain has now moved into joint third place, ahead of Germany on the points there because of the greater number of individual wins. Europe with a clear lead, the Americas in second place, and to retain that third place, I think Great Britain must beat Germany in this relay.
Breaking the echelon, the Oceania team got off very quickly with Myers going well. She's run a very good leg, and so have the Europeans gone off well too with Anisimova. Aki Agyapong has got the baton through, not a particularly good change. McLeod's got it on the second leg. And the African side going well right on the inside, and it's very even. Oceania going well. The Oceanians have got from Freeman to Gainsford, and Gainsford very, very strong, and the Oceania team leading at the moment, the Africans in second place, and the Britons in a bit of trouble, and they're not going to beat the Germans here. And Africa on the inside, it's Merion Yali, and here comes Pashka through for Germany in second place, Oceania third, Asia fourth, United States fifth, Europe sixth, and it looks as though one of the British quartet had a problem. Was it McLeod? Looks as though she might have got a muscle pull on the second leg down that long back straight, but 17 events.
That's the final points tally. The Europeans have won the Women's World Cup final. The Americas in second place, Germany in third place, Africa 4, Great Britain 5. Pity about that. British in their first ever World Cup final look set.
He really does want a good throw here. It's a fine throw. He's had some marvellous moments in front of home crowds. Winning the Europa Cup at Gateshead. Breaking the world record here at Crystal Palace 2 years ago. And now, we hope, and almost sure to win the World Cup. Very close to his season's best of 85 metres 20.
Not all poised on his shoulder. He's worked himself into that position, and he's well clear in third place, scoring extra valuable points for Great Britain. Looks around, sees there's nothing coming from behind, and John now has got a chance against Bremer on the last lap.
Malafi running so strongly. The German in second place, the Briton third. Sensible run though by Nuttall. And Apollonia from the Americas, Britain's threat to second place in the men's World Cup final. He's back seventh. Backley certainly has done a good job in the javelin for the British team. He's given Britain a 6 points advantage over the Americas in that javelin. And now Britain, with this result to come, lead the Americas by 8 points, with Africa out in front, represented in the 5,000 by this man who's tearing home, and Nuttall has come through into second place for Great Britain. 13:27 the winning time. Nuttall gets 7 points for Great Britain. Then Bremer of Germany third. In fourth place Oceania, 5 Asia, and in sixth place now the Americas. So another 4 points, and it looks as if Britain will be safe for second place in the men's World Cup final.
Throw from the man who lives just down the road in Bromley, Raymond Hecht of Germany in second place, 84.36, and Gavin
Kemboy fidgeting. German was the man who broke quite clearly. There they go, second time. And David Mackenzie's gone off very, very quickly next to the outside. I hope not too quickly. Gone right away from Kemboy. The African down the back straight. He's already caught the Americans. And that's Senna, the South American record holder. Mackenzie has really blasted it. Off the bend, he's just got to hang on. The first leg always awkward. Running lanes all the way. It's difficult to judge who leads until the second leg runner breaks at the beginning of the back straight after the first bend. But that's a good leg without any doubt from Mackenzie. Europe have gone well as well. And the Africans at the moment about fourth. It's Great Britain leading. Ledejo for Britain on this leg. And Matete now cutting it back, gone from fourth to third for the Africans. The Americans now under pressure. Matete now of the African team trying to get round the American athlete. Garcia. But Ledejo saved a lot and kicks and starts to come away slightly. But the Americans running well and the Africans fading very badly. Great Britain lead, the Americas second, Europe third, Africa 4, Germany 5, Oceania 6, Asia 7. Jamie Bolsh, his first real test at this level, the young Welsh international. He's on the third leg. He's only 21. He's fast over the first 300. Ran well in the Commonwealth Games for Wales, but now is the biggest test of his life. He's slightly gone away from the Americas, but the Africans have gone into third place. This is Samson Couture, who now moves second, or tries to. The Americans respond. But Bolsh has done brilliantly for Britain here. And Couture is tying up and back in fourth place. Great Britain lead, black on the last leg. The Americas second, Europe third, Africa 4. But Britain 6 points behind the Africans, and fourth place is good enough for them. On the last leg, Sunday Bada of Nigeria, now gone third, having taken over fourth. On the last leg for the Americas is MacDonald, but it's Black with 200 to go. Black, magnificent, so long for Great Britain. And the Africans go into second place through Bada. The Americas now third, Europe 4, Germany 5, Oceania 6. But the crowd rises to the British 4x400 team once again. Black brings home Britain in the 4x400 to win. Africa second, Europe third, Germany 4, the Americas 5, Oceania 6, and Asia in seventh place. The time 3:1.34, and that means Africa retains the Men's World Cup. Great Britain, second 2 years ago, have done it again. And it's taken a continent to beat the national team.
Well, that's absolutely true, but what a race that was, and what a glory leg for Roger Black. Sensible team selection. Rogers fresher than Dwayne Ledejo, and once the baton was in Rogers' hand, there was no holding him. He must have revelled in that lap of honour. The African team management, quite rightly celebrating. They've managed to bring all their team here, and they've managed to be glorious again. But I thought that last 400 metres was the most exciting moment in the stadium today, and the crowd went absolutely mad when Roger Black came into the finishing straight.
And Leeds United